The biggest blight on the internet right now is scammers. I'm just gonna say it. They are horrible, despicable people, and I have no respect for them. Today, I was looking at my Instagram DMs and I noticed a request from this one that uh, this one that was clearly an OnlyFans girl trying to funnel traffic to the OnlyFans. There wasn't any mention of it, but from the revealing outfit in the photo and the message talking about, quote, "feeling lonely and needing to change that." Come on, on. Is anyone actually gonna believe that's genuine? I mean, this is even assuming that the woman in the photo is the same one actually behind that message and not some scammer in who knows where operating it. Kind of like how those OnlyFans girls have their simps that manage the messaging for them. Yeah, if you really want spicy content, there's plenty of free stuff out there. But anyway, yeah, scammers are the worst. Now, over the years, I've had my encounters with internet scammers. So, in about 2020 and 2021, I remember actually carrying out conversations with some of them, trying to get them to do a video call or to do something that wasn't just clicking a suspicious link that they sent me. So I remember in 2020, there was this one who claimed to be a travel nurse and then kept on trying to get me to click on a link to some kind of game because I mentioned how I enjoy video games. Yeah, not my best decision. I should have just cut it off right there, but I thought, might be possible that this is a real woman who's actually interested in me somewhat. It wasn't, and one of my former coworkers at the movie theater managed to stop me from trying to do anything. I wasn't close to meeting up with her, and when I say her, I mean the idea of the person who is being portrayed, not the actual person. Not probably not the actual person who's being portrayed. A couple months later, I had this other one who was, quote, uncomfortable with voice or video chat, which I realize now is probably code for I'm not actually who I say I am, and I'd blow my cover. Yeah, the scammer in that case also tried having me send a photo to them, and then I got the selfie of a rather attractive woman who I'm gonna guess was not the actual person sending that image or the messages. I didn't send a real photo. I just sent a link to a photo that I'd already posted that was publicly available. But yeah, it was interesting experience to keep the conversation going, kind of suspecting that it was a scammer. I made my choice and I stand by it. I just kept it going until they started sending me links or something. I was like, yeah, this is clearly not for real. I guess was trying to troll them in some way, but I never had the nerve to say anything like calling them a scammer or shutting down the conversation by saying, yeah, the yeah, you're clearly a scammer. If you're are interested in an IRL date, let me know, or something like that that would kind of put them at a crossroads. One of my friends said that another friend actually got a picture of someone brandishing a gun sent to him from one of the scammer accounts when he called out the BS. Yeah, I think it's best to just ignore these scammers at this point. I think it's best to check the hidden messages every now and then just hit delete. Maybe don't even read whatever dribble they typed out, whatever crap they're trying to sell, whatever they're trying to convince, whatever attractive woman they're trying to convince you that is. I don't know if this happens with women getting male scammers, or at least scammers that have like male models or something. Comment down below if that's a thing, because this is more common with scammers using the image of a woman to scam men, because a decent amount of them are simps. And then if they're real, really who they say they are, they're more likely trying to direct you to an OnlyFans, which again, do not pay for an OnlyFans unless it's something not explicit and is like Patreon, which is actually what it was supposed to be initially, but they were so lax that they started getting a bunch of the spicy content, and now I guess they're kind of stuck at like that. I think they're kind of stuck with the reputation and actually hosting the content. See, this is why I said in another video in the past that some regulation is actually necessary. It's actually a good thing to regulate things. So when you are like OnlyFans and you just let anyone in, you're gonna get spicy content. And then the platforms that don't host the outright explicit spicy content, they're gonna be used to try to traffic people into it. Not like sexual trafficking, but redirecting traffic is what I meant to say. Yeah, and the worst part is victims of the actual crimes, they probably won't get their money back, even if the person on the other side is prosecuted and actually convicted, which I've heard that it's pretty much impossible to convict someone because the movie Beekeeper, for those of you who haven't seen it, it's a movie about Jason Statham getting revenge on scammers who drive a elderly woman that he cares about to self-deletion after conning her out of her life savings. I previously talked about how it's proof that having guardians for the elderly, like legal guardians, might not be such a bad idea. Anyway, what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought now because I got thinking about the beekeeper. Decent movie. It's available on Prime Video if you want to check it out. I personally liked how it was set in Massachusetts, but I'm a little biased because I love seeing my home state on the big screen, even if it's not the best movie. Anyway, what was I trying to say about scammers again? Oh yeah, they're just very unlikely to get in trouble for it because the person on the other side made the choice to send the money. Not that it was an informed choice or a smart choice, but under the law, it's most likely going to be seen as the person made the choice to send the money, the person no longer has the money. If you record the phone call, it isn't going to really matter if you're in a state like Massachusetts, New York, California, among others. They're two-party consent states, meaning you have to get their consent for that to record the audio. Whereas in the likes of New Mexico and Texas, those are the only two I can think of at this moment. They're one-party consent states. Details may vary when it comes to that, but again, this is with audio recording specifically. I want to make that very clear. But yeah, the potential scammer or OF traffic redirector popping up in my hidden messages this morning. Well, technically it was yesterday afternoon, but I didn't see it until this morning. I screenshotted it, then deleted it from the actual Instagram DMs because one post and a very shoddy picture. Yeah, very sus. My friend and I had a good laugh at the use of the at how she was, I'm gonna assume that it's a she, at how she tried making it seem like she was lonely and needed company. That was probably copy and pasted to like several, I don't know how many. Oh, and before that, I had this DM in response to the pictures of ducks that I posted, where they said something about not being able. I forget what that one said, but I deleted it because the account seemed kind of sus. I mean, it looked like it was actually the woman portrayed in the pictures and videos. The key here is the actual videos that looked real and not AI generated. But even if the that was a genuinely interested female, she posted pictures of herself drinking wine. I was like, that's instant no. Even if there was, even if that was 100% real. I saw the wine. I saw you drinking it. No, I don't want anything to do with you. I think that I still have her as a follower. I don't think I decided to remove her as a follower. Actually, I think I did because of the lack of a backlog of posts, which that gets a little confusing because for all you know, it could have been a new page after the old one was hacked. Or in the case of a man trying to reset their For You page, if they kept on getting suggested spicy content, like the first step towards an OnlyFans. But yeah, the scammers disgust me. Honestly, it's sad we just have to assume that anyone who slides into your DMs is a scammer or an OnlyFans model just trying to increase her numbers. It's sad. It's disappointing. The internet was supposed to connect us, but now it's just making us more suspicious. It's turning us into an even more low trust society by way of all that. You know what? I'm calling it here for the video. Comment down below if you think the internet's been overall good thing for human connection. Me, I'd like to think it is, but the fact that we have to actually think about whether someone's a scammer or not just makes it even more of a low trust society than it already is. Give this video a like, subscribe for daily uploads. I'll see you soon.